Hello. Back on the road playing some gigs. Had a little bit of downtime. There was no one on the stage or in the room yet, so I set up the camera for a quick lesson. Want to introduce an important piece of guitar gear and a Beatles song that features it. So it's this. A lot of students ask me how I pronounce it. This is the CAPO. Some people say CAPO. I've heard it both ways, but it's not spelled CAYPO, so I'm not sure why they say it that way. It's spelled CAPO, so obviously CAPO. Anyway, what you do is you clamp this onto the guitar neck, and you can basically use it to move the nut from here to anywhere else on the neck, and lets you change keys while playing the same way. Now, I should warn you, I've never actually used one. I think I mentioned before that I'm self-taught. So no one ever taught myself capoing. But I think it goes on like this, like that. And it doesn't quite sound right. I think it could be that the spring's a little messed up. So, but that's okay. Fortunately, I always travel with an extra one. So let me just dig through my gig sack here. Okay, I hate when this happens, but it looks like someone borrowed my backup capo again, and instead of putting it back, they replaced it with this, which I think is a chip clip. Although there's a tiny chance that this is actually a keypo. One of my students, Teabag, was telling me about keypos, and they're like capos, but used for keytars. But I don't play keytar, so I'm not sure if that's what this is, and I definitely wouldn't use this myself. So why don't we do this? I'll just use this for now to illustrate how to use a capo, and we'll just fix it in post. So just as an example, right, here's how you would play a G chord. A little out of tune, but we'll fix that in post too. But so that would be a G. And then if you put the capo, G open, but if you put it here, it would then be a G sharp, then an A, then an A sharp, then a B, and then a B sharp here on the 5th fret. So let's put this on the 5th fret, and again, I would just play the same G chord, but now because of the capo, it now sounds like a B sharp, and then I could move it up another one to C, and then C sharp, right? But the whole time I'm still D, but the whole time I don't have to change the way I'm fingering the chord, and all of a sudden I have these different keys. So, and my understanding is the higher the capo goes on the neck, the more advanced the song is. And so for today's song, Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles, the capo goes on the 7th fret, so it's like moderate difficulty. The other thing I should clarify is people say to put the capo on like whatever fret. I actually prefer to put it a little behind the fret rather than right on the fret. So anyway, you can see in the 7th position, right, the D, and then like a G, and then A7, right. The capo changes the key of all of those without me having to change the way I play it. So with that in mind, let's just go ahead and play, right? Again, watch my left hand up here, and watch my right hand and see how they go together, okay? And okay. So that was Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles. Get yourself a capo and practice that. And in the meantime, please subscribe, rate, and review. Thank you.